Hi guys, good evening to you. I'm in a beautiful park here in Delhi, and it's been a long pending thing on my side to share my experience with you on my last year Chicago and New York Marathon, the two world major that I did last year. There's a lot to talk about, but I have to be very crisp and short, and I have to really prioritize in what message that I want to pass on. For a lot of people who are planning to do the Chicago Marathon this year, um, so it's a great marathon course. It's a flat course, but regardless of the fact that how many number of times you've been to United States, but for me it was my first trip to United States, so you always want to take care of few things. Number one is the jet lag thing. So what you need to do is you need to arrive in early. I would say so. Um, you know, Arrive at least about a week in advance of the marathon, so you can do some of your runs on the race course, on the race route, or you could just you know also so basically the 1 week factor is very important. Why so? Because there's a lot of adjustment the body needs to do. Number one is the jet lag factor. It takes about easily 2 to 4 days to get rid of the jet lag and come and adjust to the time zone of that particular place that you're going. So and you, as we all know, the time zone difference between India and United States is about 9.5 to 10 hours. So that's a lot of time. So adjustment to the weather, adjustment to food, all of that is very important. So 1 week is barely, I would say, not sufficient, but barely sufficient for you to take care of your dietary requirements, your last minute tune-up running that you need to do before the race. So so some of my go-to places in Chicago were Chipotle. I'm a vegetarian. They offer great menu and a lot of proteins, carbs. The good part is they offer brown rice. And I stayed in Greektown. Greektown has some amazing restaurants and bars and foods. Of course, the bars were for the post-race moments, but they have this cafe called the Millie Cafe, and the cafe is open from 7 in the morning till 3 p.m. and they serve very good smoothie. One of the smoothies that you definitely want to try there is called the Very Berry. It's a mixture of a lot of berries. So you could do Panera bread. They offer some good variety of soups and breads. I even went to Starbucks because they have this bagel which is made out of multigrain whole wheat, and that was my go-to meal. Before the race. Before the race days, as part of carb loading, I took a lot of fruits, vegetables, salads. I also went to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods also has all organic. It's one of the largest food store in the US. They've got interesting spread of salads and hot bars, and definitely worth checking them out. Then what else? And there's some very good race running routes that you could do. My favorite was the river walk. The river walk, starting from Grant Park and going all the way to the river park, is fantastic. So you get a good tour of the Chicago.